You don't even have to reach for it. Open the heart. The heart is everything, the thymus. Breathe it in. You look, Brian, through his body all of the time, and it's not always pleasant. He has a sense of humor, though. He's wonderful. Is Metatron. And it's a very wonderful being to align with, even though... So Metatron. And for this universe, Melchizedek is very helpful. He's not to be adored. None of them are. Because when we speak of the coding, we create Melchizedek more than Melchizedek creates us. You can think on that. Without us, there is no Melchizedek. There is no God. For there is no experience. And there's evil. We view things as being evil. We view things as being dark. And this is this persuasion of polarities, because we need them. God would have to talk with itself. The God source, the all that is, would have a conversation without the duality within the physical realms. The physical realms being everything in our prescription, up to and including the boundaries on this chart. Do we show that? Yes. So when you view a man called Jesus or Peter or any of them, Buddha, these are of a system that is physical. These beings are physical, just as you are. The ring passeth not, gentlemen, they cannot see beyond. And this is why they say, I'm not God, the Father, but I think I'm close. If you look to the elders, the 24 elders in Revelation, they are one step up from the Master Jesus and the Buddha. And they can't see beyond their level. This is the great value of being in a physical atomic body on earth, for you can reach all levels. Visualize yourself in the now. Brian does remember this, and you cannot fasten onto any one thing because it's in the now. You certainly couldn't build a channel in the now. So all the talk of the second coming is what you're doing now. If anyone comes in, they will come in as a desperate attempt, because all else has failed. And then you would have space commands. And the lovely being that all has been made so famous, Jesus, would be on one of those craft. And I hope that doesn't happen, because it denies our free will. I would hope that groups like this will foster throughout the earth, and the power will shift the consciousness. And we don't need to bring in the elders, who were primarily here to seed the 24 civilizations on earth. It's a perspective. It's something to look at. And you will see many, many wonders that you view as paranormal, particularly when the ones some refer to as the Greys come in. They're here now. There's not a lot of them. And there's certainly nothing to be fearful of. particularly in light. Nothing can touch you. Nothing. Our seminar in New Jersey, was it New Jersey? We had the clicking sound from a distance, I think so. But that could be 60 million light years away. Nothing can penetrate the light, the armor that we're able to create. So bring in the Metatron very, very profoundly, please, as you sit there. We're going to go back to this cosmic room. The cosmic heart, the thymus gland, the expansion thereof. And Melchizedek, for me, tends to go around the back or over the shoulders. And the overlighting is Mahatma, particularly now that it's so balanced that on earth it can be recognized because of the manifestation of the physical feminine principle of existence. The feminine principle of existence. And your other systems around you that you seem to think you know, Sirius, are not balanced, for they're still the male dynamic. They know not this energy is generated through this planet. So it's something new and it's something wondrous. And if you wonder why so many are in a room, for those that can see it, touching into this energy, they too are learning. For time stands still. It's sequential. And they can look at it so very clearly. As our vibration hastens, time changes a little. Look to Mahatma, gentle ones, and know that this is balanced. It's not left side or right side. It's overlights, it overshadows all that is. And particularly for the purpose of the earth experiment. I repeat that. Earth experiment. See how wondrous your hearts are, gentle ones, and live and invite the 3Ms. Live and invite the 3Ms, for they are there. In the recent past, I haven't asked for Mahatma because we didn't have the feminine principle anchored on Earth. We haven't had it through the galaxy. We haven't had it through this quadrant of this galaxy or the imminent galaxies. Revitalize that vortice of Sirius. It's much grander than that, but it's a point that we can relate to in our physicality. And Orion, not because Orion is a great system. We relate to Orion because many came from that density. Some of it's dark and some of it's light. It runs the gambit from the 4th to the 6th dimension. Sirius runs from the 4th to the 6th dimension, and so do you. And you're going to be able to do it in a finite carcass, in a finite body. This is your body for ascension, gentle ones. And it will happen differently with all of you. When Brian lay down, when the room lit up and he was gone, it could be that simple. The body became catatonic. He's done this a number of times. The consciousness came back. Alert your friends. Above all, alert your friends. He's breathing, but he's not there. Consciousness leaves. If you have some good friends, I had Metatron look after the body one time. He didn't like it. Many arrangements are made. This bottlenecking I refer to is so extreme on this little planet, where you have about 7 billion, you had 9.5 billion when you 3 lower astral levels were being fully projected. And they're just going around and around and around on that endless wheel. Life, death, life, death, life, death. And there seemed to be no way off. And this is this bottlenecking that must be cured. And it is being cured. For it stifles this universe. It stifles us as co-creators. This was not intended. Source made a mistake. Melchizedek, whomever, we didn't know that man would fall so far. We did not know that he would fall from his body of light, his brilliant electric body, and fall into habit, into his totally sensuous self, into the 3 lower chakras, into his 5 senses, and there he still stays. You can see it wherever you look. Look and go back to the heart. Look and retreat to a reality that is much more realistic, much more vivid, much more heightened. Very difficult to believe that nothing stands alone in creation. You can't dispose of this earth and say it doesn't exist. It's not possible. We all graduate together. You recognize this at some level of yourself, and that's why you're here. So breathe that great earth, that we're here to heal, that we're here to adore. And when you become billions of lights because of the form of 5th dimensional reality being taken to the 160 power, 6th dimensional reality takes you to the 480 power, and a few of you have touched into that. It doesn't take one to be a Phi Beta Kappa to realize how expansive we have become in our deliberations, in our love, in the ability to nurture, and the ability to save something we adore. Is it selfish? Of course it's selfish, because our whole evolution is dependent on Earth. You cannot have a cancer in the middle of a magnificent body. You cure the cancer. It's not going to go away. The earth will be saved through being such as yourselves. And it will be very secure. We cannot create another school with the dualities and the teachings that are so apparent on this beautiful place. It's just the density. It could be as beautiful as anything, but if the density is corrupt and heavy and like walking through molasses, then it isn't comfortable. So let us lighten. All of you breathe, please. Breathe out. Breathe for our earth and let her see the microtron and the need that we can spiritualize matter. We can and we will and we are. much more rapidly than even Brian can sometimes see, even though we show him. It's one of disbelief. Why now? Why are we able to do this now when we couldn't in the past? Expand our consciousness always and know that thoughts are things now more than ever in our view of physicality. Always look to the 3M, please, because they're very helpful. And because we're centering in the heart, I like very much to bring in Kamiel. For Kamiel will be the one who will overlight the fusion of the electron with what we refer to as a microtron. See the aqua blue light, the gold and the crystal, the aqua, all the way through from what we view as source, which is you, into the etheric portions of what are the earth, which is you. Gentle hearts, there is nothing that isn't you. And you can't isolate one thread in a tapestry and say, this is who I am, this is my point. You're either the whole tapestry or the whole system comes undone. You are much greater than you yet know. And it's no wonder we don't know more, because of the lack of light. Unconditional love is coming in, feel it. But it isn't something we comprehend. We've come a number of times to bring in unconditional love. And you have moments of bliss where you say, if only I could be like that all the time. If only that became timeless for me. And my reality was this bliss. And in that moment of timelessness, you have all knowledge. It's what's happening. And we begin to expand that moment of bliss throughout eternity. And that is our reconnection with all that is. That happens mostly going into the fifth or the galactic core. It's your fourth dimension is normally associated with the astral. And there can be bliss in the fifth, sixth, and seventh astral, but it's still very physical. But these are your heavens. And that need not be so. So the first, second, and third chakra, gentle ones, let's address these, for they must be cleansed in order to create. They must be addressed. We're not burning them, we're not dissipating them, they are becoming a greater wholeness of self. So we'll do the cleaning today, and tomorrow we do the reshuffling. Tomorrow we incorporate the 12 chakras within the physical body, and those are all physical, and we connect with the spiritual realms. There's some healing going on with all of you. Please open to it. You can see it. Open the crown wide and wider, please. Allow that flow through all the way through your body systems, all of the bodies out. The etheric body, gentle ones. For it has the memory, does it not? It has the holograms. And everything from the inside out now we cleanse, please. Through the emotional body. That retrogressive feeling of inadequacy we release. The feeling that we are inadequate we release, that we are less than someone else. We're always calling on someone else to save us. No one else can save you, gentle ones. It's all on these inner levels that you ignite and become. The greatest tyrant is the emotional body. For men, it's often the third chakra, the will. The will to dominate, the will to be this, the will to be the hunter, the will to be the provider. Let's look at the emotions first, and they're all tied inextricably, both sexually, all for power, 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 and we release that power onto a greater light. It doesn't fit in to where we wish to go. To dominate seems silly with the presence of the goddess, when she's as dynamic as the male. They want you there for a moment. I'm not going to ask why, but please open yourself to this healing, please. It's the whole inner chamber of the cosmic room. It's a lavender flame. It's much more than germane. It's much more than germane. Raise those issues within yourself. Please, with the emotional body, your sense of confinement, whatever it is, and cleanse it in this flame. Please. Lovingly, lovingly relax. Relax. Surrender, please. Remember the throat chakra, which we are aligning with, the parathyroid, is the last area of surrender. We surrender to the divine light, to the love, to the wisdom of all that is. For the burden we cannot carry into these other densities, the burden of what our perception was of our beingness, and how limiting that was. All of you have areas to release, and I want you to do it individually now. You know what bothers you most, and put it into pattern. Removal, please. Sense the flame and know there's great presence. There's very great presence. Open the base to this presence. For male energy, they may look to the third chakra, please. All of you, the emotional. and release it till it's light, till it's healed and absorbed into the totality of who you are. You're not disbanding parts of yourself. You are not abandoning anything. This energy is wonderful. I ask the angelic host now to see a little joy, to bring joy into the hearts of all beings, for we are their mirror, we are the reflection of creation at a great density. Love. I'm prepared to love myself. I adore myself as all that is. I'm prepared to work as the co-creator and release all areas of bondage, imprisonment, submission, rejection, envy, jealousy. I see myself as my own soulmate. The soulmate is not external. Look very closely at that. The male, the female, the duality is within. The perfect marriage is within. This is your soulmate, gentlemen, particularly now. Once all of this is perfected, you can much better look at the outer world and have favorable or more favorable relationships, if the vibration is similar. The vibrations are now everything, and I agree that I will not be judgmental. It's so hard not to say what you wish to say to others who you know. Just don't get it. The color's changing, it's more of a purple now. Bring it in now, very lightly with sound, not loudly please. Like B flat, the hue sound. Expand this one, gentle ones, please. See the inner connection, see the goddess as it penetrates this room. And see that energy is simply energy. This polarization is an experience for your God source, for yourself. Oh yeah. Everything becomes lighter and lighter, please. The atomic body seems to have no gravitational pull on it. It's lighter, you feel free. You're not bound to earth. There is no force field. Breathe, gentle ones, breathe very deeply and breathe out all extraneous material that you cannot carry. Breathe now as a group. Breathe down, please, as a constellation. Breathe as Melchizedek. Have a great sense of his presence now as we breathe for this one universe. Know that he is you and you are he. The separation is illusion. Very good. See him, feel him, be this energy. Yes. Kamial, please. Kamial is very, very encompassing. One of his assignments is to spiritualize matter for humankind. He's a blue, he's a indigo. And he embodies this great circle, this room that we build. Every cell in the body, please bring in this magnificence in preparation for spiritualizing matter. Good. Call for Raziel in the crown. This is a magnificent being. To open the crown, please. Raziel, the Archangel Raziel. Crown is opened and opened and opened, and all the divine expressions that are you are greeted. All of creation that is you, gentle ones, is greeted. The opening is vast. And there's a liquid luminosity that pours in as you would under Niagara Falls. And I like the silver, for it is the 10th ray. Visualize yourself open and the 10th ray pouring, oh yes, beautifully, gently, the 10th ray pouring through every cell in the body. It's warm, it's luxuriant, and you feel very, very secure. Both lobes, both hemispheres of what you call your brain, please. Aha. Aha. And we have so much pressure. It's the back between the shoulder blades. Of course, it's your heart chakra, is it not? Heal that, please, with this great 10th ray. Where so much is coming in that it's a burden. We ask for relief. We allow this great current to flood the cells of our body, one cell into the next, into the cell, like cups. Cups, hold them and gently pour them into the next, into the next, into the next, into the next, into the next. Light. Light. We magnify these cells. We magnify these cells so that the body always becomes light behind, between the shoulder blades first. And we see that sparkling now expand beyond the pineal node, beyond the shoulder blades, gentle ones, throughout the whole body, the arms. You carry a lot of energy in your arms, gentle ones. Make sure it's flooded. All down. And you see a space that seems vacant between your first, second, and third chakra. It's just a habit. Prepare the way and flood this area now, please, with this luminous pearl-colored 10th ray. Heal, gentle ones, heal. Heal what was, for it isn't anymore. Heal what was, gentle ones. Heal the area that's not empty. For on the morrow we will fill this with a higher vibration. Everything shifts, nothing is constant. I know that this is so. Our consciousness always expands. The God Source is not stationary. And we prepare the vessel for 12 chakras on the morrow. 12 helices. 12 vortices that we call chakras, for they are power centers. Any illness that is apparent, this is the time to heal it, please. All your teachers from the past, whom are really facilitators, are here. Many you don't remember. In this light, heal yourself now. Heal yourself to become. Heal yourself to become. Good. Good. Wonderful. Down the legs, please. The legs, please. The cells in the leg, please. Let go, gentle ones, out through the emotional body, the mental body, into the spiritual body. Release all obstructions, all falsity, all defense mechanisms. Simply become light. And will it so? Oh yes. See the oneness of the God and the Goddess and know that this is your soulmate. The absolute oneness as they fuse. There is fusion. Absolute fusion. The whole body is light. The cells are vibrating, if you notice, at a much, much higher rate. And that is the intention. This preparation now. The purification of the body, the emotional body, the mental body, and the electronic body, the etheric body, gentle ones. In preparation for spiritual matter. Spiritual matter is not universal. It's becoming universal. To spiritualize matter is almost a contradiction in terms, but it can be done. It is being done, and it will be done. We're going to do everything from this thymus room, this cosmic heart. And what works so wonderfully now that you've seen the unification of you and your soulmate, the God, the Goddess. As you brought in the source star, most resplendent, you are all magnificent. And those that think they are not, just turn themselves over to their soul, please. Ask for that help. And I ask now that the soul, the primal soul, come in and anchor firmly within this thymus and see it within the thymus now. That's where it belongs. The 8th chakra. Anchor it now, please. Anchor it within this thymus room. The bed has been purified. It is appropriate. The vibration is correct collectively. I know many of you have done this, but you'll help administer this now, for that is part of our duty. And now some great healers in this room. Some wonderful energy. Look to the neighbor, to the neighbor, to the neighbor, and see everyone with the primal soul, soul star anchored within this thymus. Within this thymus it is done. Please, it is done. Know that it is anchored, no matter what your belief systems are. The etheric portion, the primal soul, anchor it now, please. There are some souls trying to connect with beings who are not certain this can be. Listen to them, please. It's the only time that comes right into the body, right into the physical density, the soul. And I ask that you go to the dimensions that you see on the chart before. You don't need to look at it. You can see it on the inner planes. And ask the higher self to come in now, please. The higher self. It's approximately 1.5 feet atop the crown chakra. Many of you have already brought this in, but you haven't anchored it, and some of you have. Some of you have anchored. This is a very healing room. I'm asking they now to help others who've done this, who know they have. This is a wonderful energy in this room. It's a group focus, please. Give attention to the group. The group is all that is anyway. If you can visualize a line between the physical or the universal levels that in the past were considered all that was, bring that in now, you'll see it. It's a blue-green, it's a very incandescent blue-green, and it overshadows, that is the ninth ray. And the ninth ray in physical terms overlights your higher self. Ask for help. Bring in the help that we need now, please. Metatron, please. Please. Some are looking at this in an abstract way. Please help them. It's a very simple exercise. Keep it simple. Higher self merges with your primal soul within the thymus.